What's going on, folks? OBJ the Don coming at you with a quick video. Hopefully it'll be quick. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. Hopefully I don't ramble on too much. I wanted to give the Xbox community and Xbox fanboys a chance to breathe throughout the week and revel in their glory. It's been a long time coming. A lot of them have felt oppressed as like in slavery days or something. You ask them, they've been oppressed or whatever. They've felt that certain contingent of PlayStation fanboys have taken their uh, uh, taken their happiness away or something like that. Over gaming. You know what I mean? Because they said that their system was more powerful or something. I don't know. Some of the people out here, they just take this stuff way too seriously. However, it is their turn. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to power, it is their turn. The Xbox Scorpio is coming out a year after the PlayStation Pro. And therefore, we know that it was going to be more powerful. We pretty much already knew the specs of the console. The one thing we didn't know for sure was the CPU, and we got the information on that today. I remember when it leaked that they were having the reveal done by none other than Xbox Sony Digital Foundry. I'm just joking with y'all. You know what I mean? Let a Xbox fanboy tell you, Digital Foundry has been quote unquote biased to them. It's always the media bias thing going on here. But that shows you exactly how much these companies like Microsoft and Sony or any Nintendo, anyone, how much they believe in this media bias nonsense. They had no problem letting Digital Foundry, nobody is more capable of doing this. They had no problem, and they showed confidence in letting Digital Foundry basically go through the workings of their console, and reveal it to all of us, and sometimes we just got to get away from the bias thing. For a whole generation, last a generation, PlayStation 3 was getting shitted on here and there, until them bomb exclusives started coming, like, just like they starting to come this gen. They were getting shitted on. I'm trying not to curse no more, but you know what I'm saying? We know what happened last gen, but I never really heard nothing about this media bias stuff till this gen. All of a sudden, people are oppressed. Nevertheless, let's get to the issue at hand, folks. I don't care what walk of life you come from. I don't care what you game on, what your preference or what you like, what you stand by, whatever. After seeing the reveal today of the Xbox Scorpio, there is no way that you can downplay. You can sit here in damage control or say anything negative about the hardware that was revealed today. Yes, I know that there were certain Xbox fanboys out there who had all types of people believing some crazy stuff, like things such as it was going to be the latest Zen CPU in that joint, and Vega GPU. I know there were Xbox fanboys out here who had some of y'all believing some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But that turned out not to be the case. But nevertheless, what they have shown off is heavily customized, well thought out, uh, and they've done some very interesting things with the hardware inside the box, folks. There's no doubt about it. It's definitely a a very big step over the PlayStation Pro. No doubt about that. Definitely a big step over the PlayStation Pro, as it should be. It came out a year later. You know what I mean? But some of the stuff that they done, like, I'm not no tech engineer or nothing like that. So if you want to know all the specs and everything, I'm pretty sure you've already seen by now. There's plenty of articles out there. There's videos on Digital Foundry's website. I'm not going to go through all the technical jargon. You know what I mean? That's not for me to do. But little tidbits that I got from here and there. They took DX12, they actually baked it into the console. They actually baked it into the board, to the chip itself. That is marvelous. Now there will be certain games that take advantage of DX12 or whatever, you know what I mean? But I mean by them doing that, a software, you know what I mean? Like by them doing that was that was vicious in itself, no doubt about that. They thought this out very well, very well. You know what I mean? I give them kudos for that. This yes, it is using the GPU that we figured, Polaris, while everybody else was trying to say it was something else. It's using the Jaguar CPU, you know what I mean? Because I was like, if it's going to have this Zen and Vega and all of that, I don't know how you're saying this is mid-gen, just to upgrade and all of that, you know what I mean? But we got all that squashed today, you know what I mean? Because this is the logical, rational thing that anybody would have thought, that it was going to be using this type of hardware, just customized. But they heavily customized this stuff. I wish they had showed something other than Forza 7. They showed basically Forza 6. They showed basically a still image of it. Basically, it was very impressive though. Although a racing game isn't very graphically demanding, especially in a game like Forza, the engine is very well very well optimized. The most important thing in the racing games are, the cars particularly. Now, if it was like Forza Horizon 3 and that drink was running at 4K 60, oh, then color me very impressed. But nevertheless, I am impressed from what I was shown. It was Forza 6 was running at 4K, 60 frames per second, and it had a lot of overhead. It had a lot of room for even more improvements. I think it had 4K textures, if I'm not mistaken. It looked pretty damn good. You know what I mean? It looked very well. And they had room for improvement, like I said. But I would have liked seeing it on some other, test ran on a lot of other games. You know what I mean? Maybe, shoot, they could have even took Quantum Break or something. You know what I mean? They could have took a lot of different games. I would have liked, because I like Forza Horizon 3, so I would have, if they said they could get Forza Horizon 3, an open world racing game running at 60 frames per second, then they would have my money. You understand what I'm saying? Then they would have my money right now. But the console itself, it's faster, it's more powerful than the PS4 Pro in every way. In every way, there's no denying that. There's no damage control in that. You cannot you cannot deny that. When that Scorpio hits, it will wear the crown of the most powerful console ever created. It will wear that crown. Okay. Now let's get to the important tidbits of after my reaction of what I seen today. Now I wasn't particularly excited for this because I knew it was just going to be a spec reveal. A lot of people thought they were going to show a lot of different, reveal a lot of different games. You know how the rumors swirl around, you know what I mean? But actually the only thing they showed was a little bit of Forza 6 and tested that out. I knew it was just going to be specs. And yes, I am interested. However, I am not excited. Like, in order to get excited, and how can I say this the right way? Because whenever you start talking about this, whenever you bring this up, you know what I mean? People are quick to throw these words around like salty, you're just salty, or you're hating, or whatever. Now, I don't have a reason to hate. You know what I mean? On getting a if I want a console, I'll get it. I'm not no big dog, a big baller. I ain't Jim Jones out this joint. You know what I mean? But I mean, if I want something, I will get it. You know what I mean? In fact, I was listening to a podcast earlier today. I think Joey Luciano was on there, and I think it was Press Start Podcast or something like that. And he brought something to my attention. He said something. He said, so far this gen, he's bought 4 consoles. And I'm sitting here and I never even thought how much money I had spent already in this gen. When they talk about iterative consoles, generations or whatever being done with generations and stuff, I think they're already trying to implement this stuff, folks. We got to open our eyes and look. I don't know, but I know last gen only had one console of each. You know what I mean? I had the PS3. I had one PS3. I had one Xbox 360. Later on, I got the Wii U. You know what I mean? I didn't have no red ring of death, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? It was one of each. This gen alone, folks, I have already bought 5 consoles. I had an original PS4, I had a PS4 Pro, I had a Xbox, original Xbox One, I had the Xbox One S, and I just recently got the Nintendo Switch. Now, Nintendo Switch is probably considered the ninth gen console or whatever, but I mean, that is 5 consoles I've already bought this gen, folks. When you think about it, like I never even thought about it until he said so. When you think about it that way, you like, good Lord, it's like they already got me in the pattern that they want me in. If they were to do this console thing, upgrade every other year or whatever, they already got us in the pattern. You understand what I'm saying? We got to watch out. Okay, so I've already bought 5 consoles. I need an actual reason, without this being a real quote unquote next generation console. I need an actual reason to go from my Xbox One S to the Scorpio, because that reason has to be games. Yes, when I say this, oh, people want to you're changing the narrative, you know what I mean? Or you're salty, or you're hating. It's those favorite things that, especially Xbox fanboys like to say, you know what I mean? But I don't know any other way to say this, you know, I don't know any other way to come across with this. You understand what I'm saying? Without you feeling the way you want to feel, I mean, all I can be is real with it. And I am real, folks. I haven't played my Xbox One S in months. In fact, I hit the eject button the other day and bats flew out that joint. You know what I'm saying? I have not turned the Xbox One S on in quite a while, folks. PlayStation has game after game after game. You know what I mean? There's a reason. You know what I'm saying? And even thinking after buying all these 5 consoles, that's almost what, $2,000. I could have bought a very good rig for $2,000. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I really can't, because I have a reason. I had to have the PS4. I had to have the PS4 Pro. Hell, I had to have the Xbox One, the original Xbox One, because I wanted to play Titanfall. It was the only place you could play. It was on the Xbox, until it came to PC or whatever. And I had to have Rise. I had to have in the promise of Quantum Break or whatever. I had to have that. You see what I'm saying? So I had to have my original Xbox. You know what I mean? I got use out of it then. You know what I mean? And I had to have the Nintendo Switch, because even though I want them to take more risk and make more IPs, you know, to make more new IPs other than just Mario, Zelda, Mario, Zelda, Mario, Zelda. You know what I mean? I wanted them to take more risk and everything. I still wanted to play Mario and Zelda. So I had a reason to get a Nintendo Switch. And I still have reasons to keep my Nintendo Switch because of the games in the future and games potentially at E3 that they'll show or whatever. You know what I mean? There's a reason for me to have these consoles. I have not played my Xbox One S in quite some time, and that is because the exclusives have not been coming out there. Okay. It's ultimately dry right now. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know how else to say it, folks. That's pretty much straightforward how I feel. Now, the system, the Scorpio, the specs, The hardware itself is very impressive. I am interested. I am definitely interested. I got my hand in my pocket. My wife knows me. My brother-in-law knows me. Everybody knows me. They know I'm a sucker for tech. I love tech. I love to buy tech. You know what I mean? So it don't take much for me to buy something. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, after all the money that I spent in the actual usage that I'm getting out of the Xbox One S, currently, I cannot justify me being jumping for joy over getting, a Scorpio, which I believe is probably going to be $500. You know what I mean? Which ain't too bad of a price, but it ain't, you know what I mean? It's not too bad of a price. You know what I mean? If you give me a reason to get it, I'll get the console. I just need a reason. That's what I'm saying. I just need a reason. Okay, so let me give you ways that you can get me to buy your console. Now, if you're a customer who never had an Xbox and you're looking to get an Xbox now, even if somebody came to me and they casual, you know what I'm saying? They casual gamer or whatever, I would refer them to wait for the Scorpio. I wouldn't refer to them to get the Xbox One S or the original Xbox. You know what I mean? Because what's the point? You know what I mean? Even if you don't have a 4K TV, they should be future proof. You know what I mean? If you're just getting an Xbox, you might as well hold off for the Scorpio. Why not get the best? If you got to save up the money, then save up the money. Get what you want. And do that in anything that you buy, folks. Because you always want to be satisfied. You never want to be sitting there like I should have bought this. You know what I mean? So I would definitely refer to anybody to get it if you don't have an Xbox and you're looking to get an Xbox. But for people like me who already have one, like I need a reason, and in that reason for Sony, for the PlayStation, I have games. I got to play God of War, Spider-Man, Days Gone. You know what I mean? Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what I mean? I'm looking to get Yakuza Zero. Near Automata. I'm looking. There's so many that I have to have a PlayStation to play. You know what I mean? Same way with Nintendo. I had to play Zelda. I'm looking forward to Mario. Even I had some fun with. I can't believe it. I can't believe. I don't even want to say it. I had some fun with the Splatoon test fire. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I had some fun. At first with the little gyroscope controls or whatever, I was about to say that joint was straight trash, but then I was able to change the controls or whatever, and I can't believe I was enjoying shooting ink at niggas. I can't believe it. Anyway, nevertheless, I have reasons to own those consoles, folks. So I just need the Scorpio. I need Microsoft to give me some reasons. You know what I'm saying? So you have E3. Like I said before, I'm waiting till E3 for you to give me reasons. Now, I'm not saying you need to have games, new IPs coming out right this year. You know what I mean? You got Sea of Thieves, you got Crackdown, State of Decay or whatever. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to seeing what State of Decay is about and even Crackdown. I'm not so interested in Sea of Thieves, but we'll see. But I'm saying you need to stop getting away. You need to get away from this. We don't want to do like Sony and show games that may come out 2-3 years later. No, you need to do that because a customer, such as myself, I need to see what I'm investing in. I need to see what's on the horizon. You have to give me some confidence. You have to instill in me the confidence that you are going to support this system. You know what I mean? So you have to give me the first party exclusives. You see what I'm saying? You have to give me some good games on the horizon, even if they're not coming out this year. You can sell me on the promise of this coming out, as long as you don't axe them joints, Phil. You know what I'm saying? You can sell me on the promise. I got my hand in my pocket. I'm ready. You know what I mean? But this is what you need to do to get me to commit. You feel what I'm saying? Now, another way you can get me to commit. Let's say I'll just give you a pass on the first party exclusives, okay? Let's say, like last gen, basically I played the the PS3 was my exclusive console, and the Xbox 360 became my multiplayer console. It was mainly Call of Duty, but it was basically my multiplayer console. Now, how you can, you can get me to buy the system for just multiplats. But it can't be just, let's say Red Dead Redemption come out and it's 1800p checkerboard 4K on the PlayStation Pro, 30 frames per second, and then it's native 4K on the Scorpio, 30 frames per second. You can't sell me on that. I'll just still get it on a PlayStation Pro. The one way you can undercut the Pro is to give me the frames. Give me 60 frames. If you can't hit 4K 60 frames, and I don't think they'll be able to hit 4K 60 on games like Red Dead Redemption and stuff. That's why I think they showed off Forza. But hey, we'll see. I doubt that very seriously. I think it's going to be 4K 30. Any rational person would believe that. You see what I'm saying? Nevertheless, it'll look good. But that's not going to get me to buy, to not play the game on the Pro instead of going out to buy the Scorpio. You give me the ability to play at 60 frames, even if you have to go, do the checkerboard thing like the Pro. If it's 30 frames on the Pro, but 60 frames on the Scorpio, guess what? I'm going in my pocket. You got me. So that's two ways you can get me. You know what I mean? But if it's just a push for resolution, you know what I mean? That's not going to work, you know what I mean? Because I don't really care, you know what I mean? But that's one way. But I think what they're going to do is they're going to be pushing for this 4K thing, you know what I mean? And a lot of times it'll be up to the third-party developers. We know the third-party developers are lazy. We also know the third-party developers are all about that money. And who is leading right now is the PS4, and I'm pretty sure they'll be leading for the rest of the generation. I mean, make no mistake about that. Anybody who thinks that this is in any way is going to come back and take over the worldwide sales are insane. You know what I mean? You're too far behind for that. Yeah, I don't even think Microsoft is thinking that way. Microsoft has made this console for the fanboy contingent out there who were complaining. They were feeling oppressed. They've made this console for the enthusiasts. Just like the PS4 Pro is basically for the enthusiasts. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Microsoft is looking to take over market share or nothing with this. You know what I mean? It's not that type of party. They know it ain't that type of party. You know what I mean? But there are ways that you can at least make a little headway. You know what I mean? To separate yourself from the Pro, to really get people to take notice. Don't worry about the 4K so much. Give people the frames. You feel me? Give people the frames or give me first party exclusives. You can either be my multi-plat console, but you got to have a serious difference there. You see what I'm saying? Or you can give me some good first party exclusives to give me a reason to buy the system. I already done went long enough, folks. You know what I'm saying? But in short, I'm impressed. I'm interested with the hardware. Now I just need to see the software. I need to collect more data to see whether I'm going to sell me on this Scorpio. Basically, you gotta show me something. You gotta show me something. You know what I mean? But I'm impressed. I'm interested. I'm just not excited. It's not going to get me to just go out there and pre-order a Scorpio at this point. You can take that any way you want to take it, but that's just how I feel. But anyway, folks, if you like the content I provide, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, folks, OBJ the Don, signing off.